Climate change is real. Michael Cooper sits down with a group of young people with alternative solutions on how to help ERCOT relieve some of the pressure from the power grid and prevent another power failure.
All right, guys, listen, welcome to this roundtable discussion talking about the new green initiative here in the state of Texas. In case you guys didn't know, I think a couple of you walked in late. My name is Michael Cooper, and I am a candidate for governor in this great state of Texas. But going across 254 counties, I am learning so much. And what I like to do today is to learn from all of you. So if you would just kind of tell us what type of group this is and what it is you're representing.
Yeah, so my name is Keith Crum.
Okay.
And so I've been in the solar industry for many years now, and it's changed dramatically over the last 5 or 10 years, right? And so 5 or 10 years ago, solar didn't financially make sense, right, for the homeowners. But now with today's age, it just makes sense for the homeowner. It's good for the environment, and it's also good for their wallets, right? Wow. And so it's literally revolutionizing, the world with renewable energy, and it's getting focused on solar, right? Wow. So baby step by baby step, and now we're into that boom. And starting in California, they kind of led the way of the solar industry, and now the rest of the states are following right behind.
Wow.
Yeah. So Texas is right there, right behind California, going solar.
Number 2 right now, actually.
Texas is?
Texas, in the U.S. So
what areas? I mean, we're in Laredo right now, and
correct.
What other areas?
So your major areas are going to be, growing very rapidly right now.
Right.
Areas like Houston,
right.
Dallas,
right.
You have a lot of solar in these areas.
Right.
We're out here in Laredo right now.
Right.
We're helping families tremendously. They're overpaying for electricity.
Right.
We're helping them save literally thousands of dollars, right? They're producing their own clean energy at their house.
Right.
And it allows them to actually also, the same way they own their home, it allows them to take ownership of their electricity as well.
Wow.
Right? So this is so important for everybody to step in, not only as citizens of the U.S., but as citizens of the planet, and do our part for the environment, the planet, and just do what's right and go green.
Right.
Not only does it make sense for the environment, but it also, like Keith was saying, makes sense financially as well now, with all the federal incentives, state and local
Talk to me
incentives.
about that a little bit. I see some things every now and then on my Facebook page, and it says, go solar, the federal government will cut you back a check. And how does that work?
Exactly,
I've heard a lot of stuff, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah, Keith, you want to...
jump back over. Yeah, okay.
So how that kind of works is the government pays for 26%
Get out of
of the entire system price, right?
Really?
The entire system price.
Is that part of the down payment or the financing? How does it work?
Yeah, that's part of the financing. So 26% of the entire price, they actually give it back to you. So
What's the average price, say, your home, about 1,600 square feet?
Yeah, so it kind of depends. It varies, and it's based off of usage.
Gotcha.
Right, and so like one home that has 1,600 square feet might have 5 people living there using a lot of usage, and then another home with the same square footage is using twice as much.
Gotcha.
Right, so it's a situation to situation type of scenario, but in 100% of the situations, it makes sense to go solar.
Now, I may ask some silly questions, but okay, let's say that you're paying $300 a month for your utilities.
Right.
How would that go with solar? How does that?
Right.
Right.
So what we do is we are qualifying homeowners to see if they qualify for these programs.
Okay.
And we see if their homes are a good fit as well. In the U.S., there's about 170 billion roofs. Out of those 170
Hold on, say
billion
this again.
roofs,
170 billion
170
roofs.
billion roofs.
Right.
Out of all these roofs,
Right.
only about 1 out of every 3 are facing the right direction. Right?
Right.
So we just need to make sure that their home is going to be able to get the sun they need so they can produce all the energy they need.
Oh, gotcha.
So the homeowner has a $300 bill on average.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they can get to 100% offset, they're going to be able to produce all that energy on their own and no longer have to pay an electric bill anymore.
How about, okay, let me ask you this then. Can you, capture the energy and then sell it back to, say, a company, a power source company? Can
Most
you do?
definitely.
Can you really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
actually store that as credits.
Really?
Yeah. So during the day, you produce a lot of energy, more
Right.
energy than what you need.
Correct.
The extra energy goes back to the grid, kind of like the bank holds your money.
Right.
And then whenever there's cloudy days, there's the nighttime, right?
Right,
Because the sun doesn't shine at night.
Gotcha.
The stormy days, when
Right.
you need energy, you pull back from the grid that extra energy you've produced. So this policy is actually called net metering. And this policy
Say that again, just for our listeners.
So
it's
net
called
metering. Net metering is actually a U.S.-wide thing that's happening right now.
Right.
And it's
Wow.
it's a policy that helps homeowners go solar, it helps solar be possible.
Yeah.
So what's the average cost of this solar unit that I would need?
Yeah, so it completely depends from home to home, right? So if you're paying like on average $300 a month, right? Your system is you're gonna see so much savings, right? And it depends on your usage too,
right?
How much you're consuming, right?
But I mean, upfront cost, say, is this like $20,000? Is this $5,000?
Exactly.
How much this solar
so
panel?
5 to 10 years ago, you would need $10,000 or $15,000.
Right.
But with today's technology and today's financing, you don't need any upfront costs. So
really?
None at all. You don't need a penny to go solar.
Why isn't this common knowledge everywhere?
Exactly. It just hasn't hit the news. It hasn't. People
Hadn't
don't
hit
know
the
about
news?
It. Exactly.
You're trying to tell me that we have a way to harvest energy
at no cost to the
wait, you're just too smart for me. Hold on, slow down. I'm a slow country boy from North End, Beaumont. Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to understand, get my hand wrapped around this. We had a freeze last year.
Exactly.
Okay, and you're saying you can harvest energy, and we wouldn't have the issue we had last year?
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
100%.
100%.
Not 60, 70, 80%.
Yeah, no.
You're saying 100%.
100%.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check out you guys' background because I don't know if we can.
So here's the thing: what happened with that grid shutdown?
Yeah.
Right. The grid was under too much pressure.
Okay.
It wasn't able to handle everything that was going on.
Right.
Right. When people go solar, it actually alleviates the grid because they're no longer pulling all that energy from the grid.
Right.
They're actually self-generating at their own house.
They're producing their own electricity.
Right. And helping out.
And it helps take off that pressure.
So we had a governor that's been concerned about a lot of things, and that's not one of the things he's been concerned with. He's trying to build a fence with some, I don't understand that, but anyway, that's a whole nother subject. $254 million worth of money has been spent, thrown away, because first, I'm an education guy. I like to put that back into the education system.
Of course.
But maybe we can donate some of that back into and help people put solar panels on their homes.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
That's our mission.
That's your mission?
Yes, sir. We want everybody to be educated on like understanding how solar truly works.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, what if my home is old?
It's okay.
It's okay?
Yeah, you have a house that has a roof.
Right.
And you get sun.
Right.
You could possibly qualify to go solar.
Possibly qualify to go solar.
And the crazy thing that we didn't really touch on is that it's literally no out-of-pocket cost to go solar. So there's no you don't even need a penny.
Okay.
Licensing, engineering, labor, permits, everything, there's no out-of-pocket cost to you.
I'm going to throw you a curveball now.
Yeah.
What if my credit's bad and I'm trying to get solar paneling? You know, it's been a struggle now. Some people have been laid off for the past 2 years with this pandemic.
Right.
I mean, and they're struggling. Folks are struggling. So, but I want to, help out and do the right thing, but I have poor credit.
This is a great point that you bring up here.
Sure.
We run into this all the time.
Right.
How many times do we run into people or families that we want to help, but we can't, just because the credit is an issue?
Right.
So it would be amazing. We can step in as a state, right? Step in federally, to help people that are, having trouble with credit, maybe don't have the finances.
It actually makes more sense for them because they're going to have more savings. If they're not in that situation where an electric bill is too expensive for them, that solar is going to make it so much cheaper. So those are the people that actually need it. Those are the people that are like, that's going to help them even more.
So I'm a quick study. So what I'm gathering here, the 27 million folks in the state of Texas. How many rooftops? Y'all know? Anybody has that number yet? You know?
We don't have that number.
You don't have that? Okay,
you
go back.
Get that for you.
Call me later. But okay, so I'm imagining now that we have a lot more people with solar panels now. So now we're collecting a lot more energy. So we can store that energy for later. So when we have an issue, because we had a governor that told us in the summer to turn down our ACs because we're going to have a problem with the grid in the summer.
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure. So what about with solar panels? How is that going to happen?
Yeah, so you actually store all your electricity in a battery.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so you're actually storing your electricity there, and then at night when there's no sun or anything, you just pull it back from that battery so you can use it.
Okay, again, I am a real quick study, and you guys are sharp, and y'all are helping me here. My background's in automotive, and we have a product called a Toyota Prius.
Nice.
And it's storing up energy from the brakes every time you stop.
Right. Yeah.
And then that battery now has power to where the engine can shut off, and then we can now, so you're talking about like a hybrid type of situation with our electricity and our grid?
Well, so here's the thing. That is something that it does work that way.
Right.
The batteries are optional.
Okay.
Right. So that is something that's not necessary.
Well, I like the batteries. I
They're
like
great.
storing.
They're great. Right
Okay.
now, the U.S. Department of Energy is
Right.
working on reducing the cost of storage by
Right.
about 90%.
Gotcha.
And they're making it more accessible to everybody. So here in the next couple of years,
Right.
the batteries should not only be better technologically,
Right.
but they'll also be more affordable. Because right now they're costing anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000,
Right.
and they're not giving people the backup that they need. So let's say a hurricane hits, we're out of power
Right.
for a whole week,
Right.
You're gonna need a very, very powerful battery that's gonna cost a good amount of money
Right.
to actually do the job for you.
Right.
So this is something we can maybe use some of the infrastructure bill money to invest in the state of Texas.
And to invest into storage,
Storage.
and solar, most
And solar.
definitely. Yeah.
Wow.
It's time to go green.
Now,
Yeah.
well, when you say that, okay, I'm glad you made that statement. It's time to go green. What does that mean, and how does this help us go green?
Right.
Explain that to me.
Yeah. So we're in Texas.
Right.
Right. Huge oil and gas.
Right.
Place.
Right.
Oil, petroleum, it's never going anywhere. It's always
Yeah.
going to be around. It's
Right.
in all of the products around us. Right. We
Right.
need it. It's very normal for us to use it in just every normal day-to-day life. Right. So, like I mentioned earlier, it's just important for us to take care of our planet.
Right.
Just do our part.
Right. So this is clean.
Clean energy.
Clean
produces-
energy.
Yeah, we're producing here, like
So let me ask you this: we're producing here
with the sun.
with the sun.
Yeah.
What about installation? Are these people that are local in Texas, or where are they coming from? Out of town, out of state? What's going on there?
Yeah.
For installing the panels.
For installing the panels.
Yeah, so you have installation companies all throughout Texas,
Right.
actually all throughout the United States.
So we have jobs.
Yes, we have jobs.
We're creating jobs,
Exactly.
and we're going green.
Exactly.
You know, when I ran for lieutenant governor in 2018, you guys probably were still in high school, I don't know. But I had a thing that I wanted to make sure we had a bigger green footprint. This looks like one of the ways that we can start looking at and make it more accessible to people and educate them. I want to thank all of you all. I picked on you two guys because you seem like y'all are knowledgeable about this, but thank your team for being here. We come across you guys today and ladies today. You really educate. Anything else y'all want to add to?
I just want to thank you as well. Thanks for your time. It's great to be
Yeah.
here with you.
Yeah.
And just look forward to a brighter, cleaner future for us all.
Right.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it right here, folks. My name is Michael Cooper, and I need you to vote for me to be your next governor of this great state of Texas. A vote for Michael Cooper is a vote for all Texans. We'll see you real soon. My name is Michael Cooper, and I approve this message.